Yo, what's good, guys? It's your girl, Don the Weirdo. You're tuned in to Mind Stone Radio. Hope all is well. For tonight's segment, we're going to get right into it. The topic of the matter is PTSD. Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. No, for real, though. Like, PTSD is a serious situation. And a lot of us are struggling with it every day and in silence, and it's so hard, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. I too have PTSD from a traumatic experience in which I have gone through a few years back, and I am working my way out of it, and every day is a struggle, but every day is a blessing. And we're going to work this right on out. So let's get into it. So my theme of tonight is working through PTSD. And the main thing about it is everybody that has PTSD, the situation that they're dealing with is constantly being triggered. Constantly being triggered and reminded of the situation in which that I will call a fracture that fractured them and hurt them so badly that now they have to deal with it every day. So, understanding that there are lots of different ways to deal with PTSD: therapy, meditation, spiritual outreaches as far as going to church, praying, fellowshipping with your friends, talking with your family, all kind of different things. And all those things are awesome. Whatever it takes, basically. When it comes to you being good and walking this road of life that there is literally no real instruction for other than the Bible, keeping it a buck. Other than the Bible, there is no instruction manual on how to live this life correctly. And that's why that's the number one manual for sure. And understanding that, knowing that you are on this road by yourself, you have to do what you have to do to get yourself together, to get yourself back into good spirits, good health, good mental status, all those things. So you have to figure out the things that make you happy. What I've come to understand throughout all of the things that I've been through, the things that make me happy are literally so simple. I'm so into gardening. It's so much so now that I'm not even a gardener. I'm a master gardener. And I'll even go so far to call myself a farmer. Let's get it. Seriously. I'm like on that type of mental level when it comes to growing food and growing plants and all those type of things. But that's my thing. That's what I'm really into. It's so therapeutic, just getting out there in the dirt, planting some seeds, watering it, watching it grow, and then the best part, being able to eat it. Come on. What's better than that? So you have to find things like that. Also, another thing, since I'm a female, of course, and this goes to guys too, you know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on what I'm telling you. This ain't just to the ladies. This is to everybody that's real, you know? When it comes to, like, self-care, baths, actually soaking your ass, sorry, I had to say it, is important. You need to soak your body. It's something about being submerged in water that is so therapeutic and so amazing. You know, you were soaking in water for the first 9 months of your life, literally. So I think you should soak in water throughout it. And how about soaking in water with a bath bomb? Ha. For real though. For real. Soak in that water with a bath bomb. It's going to take that to a whole nother level. When I discovered bath bombs, straight up, that was a game changer. It changed everything. It literally, what it forced me to do, it made my bath time, and like shower time is your own personal time. Unless you showering with somebody, that's your own quality personal time. So that lets you slow down. You know, when I have a very hectic life, when it comes to slowing down, that's a must for me. I have to be able to stop and slow down and just turn all the switches off in my body and my mind so that I can relax and calm down and heal. It's important. You have to do that. So, listen, if you can incorporate a bath bomb in your schedule, I'm telling you, you will not regret it. That was the game changer for me. Bath bombs led me into like aromatherapy. It led me into oils. It led me into candles. And I don't know, like weird, witch type shit. None of that. Never. But I'm talking about on some just very soothing, self-care, therapeutic, quality time with yourself. Make it a moment. If it's 30 minutes, if it's an hour, if it's 2 hours, whatever you can give to yourself, just slowing down and making it special. It's something about that that's just super healing. So I would just recommend getting into that and trying to just do things that are just so helpful for you. What do you like to do? Do you like baseball cards? If you want to start a personal baseball card collection, do you. You can go on eBay and get baseball cards for 50 cents a piece. Do you like spaghetti squash? Do you want to eat spaghetti squash every other day? Like literally, like whatever it is. Listen, you talking to the weirdo, bro. There's no such thing as outside of the box. If you wanted to collect pink socks every other Tuesday for 6 months out the year, just so that you can get a collection of 500 so that you could wear it 4 years from now, I'm down. Whatever you got to do. It's all about you. You have to understand that. There's no such thing as, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's dumb. No. Does that make you feel cool? Does that make you feel happy? Long as it's a good thing, it's personal for you, it doesn't incorporate nobody else but you, and it's safe, and it's not unhealthy, you're good. Do that. Do you like to work out? Do you like to run? Do you want to run a mile every other day with me? Let's do this. Not with me, but just period. Because I'm not about to run every other day with you. Okay? I'm going to keep it a buck. But you could do this. I'm with you, though. I will be on this airwave pumping you up like get it, but get it. Okay? Get it, sis. Get it, brother. What's up? What do you need? Okay? I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to make sure you know you're doing the right thing. Because you're trying to do something for yourself. Understand this. No matter what, when it comes to PTSD, the one thing that's not going to ever change is the fact that what has happened has happened. That's not going away. You can't change that. Now what you need to focus on is how to deal with it. How to deal with what happened to you. How to make what happened to you into something that is not a death sentence or a evil, horrible experience that you just can't get over. Bad things happen, unfortunately, in life. That's just true. It's sad, but it's true. But just like with sad, there's good and there's happiness. Life is a dual situation. You have good, you have bad, you got happy, you got sad. That's just how it goes. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be right. It just is. So you have to look at it like this. I always tell people, they be like, how do you believe in God and you can't see him? I'm going to tell you this. If you can feel the wind and you're breathing, that's how you can know you got oxygen around you. You can't see no oxygen, but you know If that wind hit 50 miles per hour and knock your bushes over or knock you into your car and you swerving on the freeway, you felt that wind though. You ain't see it. You felt it though. Just as real as that is, that's how real the Most High is. So, listen, understanding that, just know you're not alone. There's lots of people like you that are going through something that is hard. And a lot of times, I remember when I was younger, I used to hate hearing when people say that when I would go through something. They'd be like, oh, you're not the only one going through that. And I would be like, man, but we talking about me though. For real. I used to be mad. Like, I'm like, do you think I give a crap about somebody else? Nah. I'm talking about what I'm going through though. But in hindsight, later in life, once I got wiser, I realized that is something significant. Knowing that, dang, I'm going through something super sucky, but it's about maybe 20 other people in the world that are going through this super sucky thing. At least I'm not alone. Like, somebody feel me out there. And a lot of times when you're going through something, it makes it so much easier just to know that somebody somewhere understand that they feel you. You feel me? They feel what you're going through. Like, man, I feel you. It's good. You straight. You not tripping. I feel you. You all right. Don't worry about it. I went through that too. It's something about that is very relieving. So if somebody says that to you and you going through something, just be like, you know what? Thank you. I needed to hear that. Because now I can understand I'm not alone. Dang, it is somebody else out there going through this. Where they at though? You feel me though? Where they at though? Okay? For real, but that's for you to seek them out. You know what I'm saying? There are social groups, there are therapy groups, there are clubs. Like let me tell you something about YouTube. YouTube was a game changer because it's literally like a town square. Like anything you're into, you can go on YouTube and type it in and somebody is into it. Like if you're into Swiss cheese on baguette bread and you only like olive oil on it, baby, they got a video for that. Okay, it's somebody that's into it. So you can move in this world knowing that there are people like you that can relate to you and that you can get your ideas and opinions and voice your emotions to, and that won't criticize you or tell you that you're weird and you're wrong and you're stupid and you're dumb. They're not going to do that to you. They're going to be like, you know what? I feel you. For real. So that's something that you need to seek out. One thing you got to be smart about when it comes to dealing with this life and dealing with PTSD is understanding that there are people that are there to help you, but you have to be willing to seek out this help. Ain't nobody gonna just help you. Like, there are people that are loving enough to do that, but you have to want the help. And if you are content, a lot of times we get stuck in these bubbles where we're content, where we're comfortable in our madness. We're comfortable in our sorrows. It's comfortable being angry. It's comfortable being tense, and you know how to react that way. You know how to move that way. It's very familiar. You can control it, so you'll do that instead of dealing with the unknown and risking potentially being hurt again. That's what you're constantly dealing with. You got to let that go. That's going to kill you in the end. Straight up. You can't do that. You got to let it go. You got to just be able to submit to your life. You know, unfortunately, we're driving the car, but it's so cold, we're literally still in the passenger seat. It's like being a backseat driver. Like, you're directing somebody where to go, but you don't have control on what happens, unfortunately. That's how your life is going. So you just got to accept that and roll with it. But just know, you have to be willing to heal. You have to be willing to help yourself. If you can't help yourself, you ain't going to get no help. You got to take the first step. The first step is acknowledging that there's something wrong. Acknowledging that you're not sleeping. Acknowledging that you're not eating. Acknowledging that you're stressed out. Acknowledging that certain things or sounds are colors or songs or all these crazy different things are triggering you, and you are snapping or you're flipping out or you're not in a good space because of it. That's the identify number one. You have to identify. Once you identify, now you can deal with it. Now you know how to treat it. Now you know how to understand it. Now you know how to move about it. If you don't identify it, you can't move right. So identify it. Now you did the first step. Second step, now you're looking for the help to treat it. Now, I'm not telling you to go see no psychiatrist. Some psychiatrists aren't qualified to deal with certain levels of trauma, period. That's just the reality of life. You can't pay a person to help a person that's been through a ample amount of trauma to fix them. That's not how that works. A person that goes through trauma in their life, they are going to have to meet certain people in their life to help mold them out of that trauma. It's never going to go away, but you can mold yourself in a certain way that you're able to deal with it and not bury it in an unhealthy manner. Deal with it. Admit it. Face it head on. Remember it. Acknowledge it. And then put it away. Give it to the Most High. That's the best way to do it. That's what I did. When my situation happened, I felt like the Most High snatched me into the stratosphere, and He snatched me up into space, and we up there in space, and I'm floating in space, and the Most High like, okay, you see me now? And I was like, oh, yeah, I see you. What's up? Why you doing me like this though? That's what I felt like. And He was like, I need you to see me. I need you to understand what you doing. You ain't doing it right. You need a little guidance, babe. You need a little help. You need to look at me. And this pain you finna go through, just give it to me. Let me take that off you. But I'm going to need you to roll with me, though. Because you ain't doing it right. That's real talk. That's what I went through. That's what made me snap out of my own internal precursor madness before even in the situation even happened. Like I was already mentally mad. You know what I mean? Like living a lifestyle where it wasn't beneficial to any type of progression as far as me personally on a level to get wise. I wasn't on that road. I was just living my life, doing my thing. I wasn't worried about, progressing into a wise person. That's something that should be key in life. You should want to be a wise person. You should want to get better. Ultimately, we're here to get better, become better forms of ourselves. You should want that. So I just say that to say you got to get the help, get somebody that's qualified, that's able to assist you with these things. And when I say qualified, I mean somebody that can relate. If the person ain't never been through what you've been through, unless they are just extremely empathetic and they just are just a heart of gold, they're not going to understand. You need to find somebody that can understand what you've been through, that's been through it. That's the only way you're going to be able to work out certain things in your mind and look at things from a different dynamic or a different paradigm. You're not going to be able to do that by yourself. You can't troubleshoot by yourself. You have to troubleshoot with somebody else. Just like in school, when you write, remember back in school, you would write an essay and then the teacher would be like, okay, today we're going to have you pass your paper to your partner and we're going to have them proofread your paper and correct the things that are wrong, and they're going to give it back to you and you're going to do it over. And then you're like, okay, cool. You get your paper back. That shit marked up like it was a damn graffiti wall or something on the freeway. Like, dang, okay, I know I ain't did that bad, but apparently, let them tell it. You feel me? But I say that to say, you got to find somebody that can overlook your work, because they're going to see things that you cannot see. And then when you go back and look, you like, oh, shoot, they was right. I did miss that comma and them periods. Excuse me. Okay, might have missed a couple of capitals up in that thing, but it's good though. They had my back. You feel me? The partner had your back. That's the moral of the story. So you got to make sure you have somebody that can really troubleshoot, have your back, help you look at things in a different paradigm, something that's a different angle. You know, that's what we have to. We can't look at things in 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides. You have to look at things in dimensions. Okay? You have to look at things in many different ways, different angles. I don't know if you guys are freaking Marvel fans. Mind Stone, no pun intended. But look, like, real talk though. If you don't look at different angles and things, you're not going to be able to troubleshoot the possibilities of what may happen. And that's important because it can brace a blow. If you, and I'm not trying to tell you to become a pessimist. Like, I don't want you to be like, well, if I expect the bad first, then I'll be good when the good comes. Like, no, don't do that. But you need to at least make sure that you're looking at things from different angles so that if something happens that's off, it's not shocking to you. You're like, okay, I kind of knew that could happen. So you'll be better at the end of it. But making sure you have a partner that can troubleshoot with you is key. Somebody that can be there to help you work out certain kinks in your mind, because this is all a mental battle. Your mind is the coldest war ground in the world. Your own mind. Forget bombs over Baghdad, baby. Bombs in your brain, baby, is going off. That could be a cold bomb. It can make you do some cold things and make you regret it. And you don't want to be that person. So we're trying to progress. We're trying to become better people here. You know, we're trying to embrace our inner weirdos, find out what we like to do. You know what I'm saying? Our next video that we're going to be doing is going to be a gardening video. I'm about to go into detail on gardening with you guys. I want you guys to get into some new hobbies. You know, I'm into all kind of different things. I like to do a little bit of everything. So on these little segments with me, we're going to tap into our inner weirdo. We're going to check out different things we like to do. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, if you guys shoot me some suggestions, I'm down to try certain different things. You know what I mean? Like, or talk about different little ideas of different things that we may like to do. I'm a research freak, so it don't matter. I'm with it. Send me a line or a kite, and I'm with the shit. Excuse me, okay? But I'm letting you know, I'm fit to be talking about gardening, baby. What's good? Okay. For real though, I'm finna be talking about this gardening. We finna be planting these tomatoes. Y'all finna understand my love for tomatoes. I'm like a tomato holic, you know what I mean? It's kind of serious. My love with these tomatoes is on another level. I'm trying to tell you, like, I got about 30 plants right now. I got about 30 tomato plants just right now, but that's just, it's only March, you know. We still got a whole season to get to, but we're going to go through all that, and we're going to get into bath bombs. We're going to get into cooking. We're going to get into landscaping. We're going to get into carpentry. I've been really into these DIYs on YouTube. We're going to get into hair care. You know, your girl is a hairstylist, you know, legally licensed in the state of California. So I am able to answer any type of cosmetology questions that you may have. I'm a natural hairstylist as well. I focus on natural hair care and locks and all that wonderful, natural, curly, kinky, twisty, wonderful, luscious hair that a lot of us have. You know, I know how to get into that. You know, that's one of my specialities. So we'll be talking a lot about that. And we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about just a lot of different things. You know, we're going to keep it fun and weird. We're going to talk about, and another thing, if you're not already aware, which you're probably not, this is my first official broadcast on the channel, but your girl is a quote unquote 10 hatter, so we're going to get into topics like that too. So, you know, If your tin hat is tingling, just know mine's is too. And we are going to trust our senses, okay? On this channel, we're not playing no games. We're going to make sure we are keeping it a buck, and we're going to keep it real. We're going to make sure if that tin hat is going off, child, just do the bird call, and, you know, we're going to be on. We're going to be on with that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your girl's Don the Weirdo. I want y'all to take care. Have a blessed night. Be safe. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Love yourself. Know that you're going to be okay. PTSD is nothing to be ashamed of. This is just a small introduction on PTSD. We're going to get into this a lot, this topic, because it's an ongoing thing. Every day ain't a good day. And even on the bad days, we're going to have some broadcasts, you know what I'm saying? Just so that we can vent. We can get some Anna. We got all this Anna on our chests. We got to get this Anna off, you feel me? But in a positive way. We got to figure out creative and positive ways to get this Anna off our chest, you know what I mean? And when I say Anna, I mean animosity, you feel me? All this stresses and the chests, all that stuff right there. But yeah. All right, loved ones, I want y'all to take care. Don't forget, subscribe, tune in. Mindstone Radio, Don the Weirdo. Gone.